Here's my take. I've had 24 hours to think about what Dave Naylor tweeted yesterday, that the CFL leaders are, and they're going through Dave, which is fine, saying our return to play subject to the government approval. Now, that is not cutting it for me, and I think it's unfair that they've got a foot in both pools, and John has a take on that. To me, this is where leadership comes from. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it, and we're going to play. And it's, go back to what Larry Smith said last week on TSN 690 Montreal. It's everything that I've been saying for months, but Larry summed it up a lot better. It's an absolute must to play, or you're dead anyways. So what I'm saying is, John, let's go down swinging. Whether you're playing on in a bubble or playing on the moon, I can't believe they're trying to give themselves a little bit of wiggle room to get out. Now,
that's very well put. That's beautiful. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, what is your take on what I'm saying? If you're going to go down swinging 100%. Instead of whatever this is.
100% right what you're saying. And Larry Wright. No. The guy, our commissioner, right?
Randy Ambrosie.
Randy Ambrosie is trying to build a cushion for himself, a safety cushion. If he can't do it, if nothing's going to happen, which I don't think it will, he'll say as a final resort, I'm going to get the XFL to join with you, with the Rock and everybody. It'll be sensational. That's the way I look at him. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting ourselves here. But I really do believe right now, if we can get these vaccinations in there, we can, like in Saskatchewan, get 50,000 people have been vaccinated. Sure to God, there'd be 10,000 fans of that, football fans, that would be willing to go to games. Eh? And as the vaccinations and get more and more, it's safer to go out inside and live and breathe. They'll get more and more going to the park. That I think by the end of the year, it could be a very happy situation. We're getting crowds at 20 to 30,000 for our final two games and for the playoff game.
Well, where I'm thinking, and forgive me, I'm just retweeting the Game Plus tweet promoting our show on Game Plus television across all 10 provinces and 31 states. Here's my thinking. I don't know what the numbers are. I'm seeing 2% of Canada's vaccinated fully. We need 70 to 90% to open state. Look, let's just assume it's not going to happen. Let's just assume that there's no crowds. This is my point. Tune into Cat Country 98 FM today, because I was fairly firm on this. I defended the CFL to everybody that said they're the only league not playing, which isn't really true. But they are a big league. And you've had over a year now. I saw Farhan Lalji of TSN was on radio in this market yesterday saying that they're no further ahead than they were 13 months ago. And I'm sorry, that is unacceptable. Not playing in 2021 is indefensible for anybody. I can't defend you guys anymore if you can't find a way to play. Now, there was news tweeted this morning by the account CFL on Reddit, who's a good, what should I say, colleague of mine, associate, that there may be good news coming with regards to, I told him I wouldn't break, well, he's since deleted the tweet, but there may be an announcement coming. That's all I can say. There would be good news to play this year, but it's not coming out of the owner's pockets, John, and I guess that's what has me disappointed. Guys, are you big dogs or are you not big dogs? We're trying to treat this league with the reverence that it respects 107 years. I get what Calvin McCarty's saying, but Calvin, you're not a businessman. Yeah. And that whole business, you've had the opportunity to get money from certain sources, but you don't want to take it because you're afraid you can't pay it back. What does that say?
You're afraid. You're a chicken. I just really would like to know what they did for the last 2 months in those supposed meetings for that first month of October last year, when they're really working their heads off, and the people defend them. Well, you know, this guy was sitting with us yesterday, John Lip, defends them, eh?
Yeah.
They worked their ass off.
Well, of course.
Those guys really worked their ass off. Well, they still got asses on them. I can see that. They don't get anywhere.
That's very good, Lee.
They come back to the same location, the same situation.
Well, listen,
nothing's been done.
These owners and presidents and governors forever have been firing people, hiring and firing people with little regard for those people because they say it's a results-based business, and that's fine. We're all on board with that. Guys, where's your results? Where are they? Get on the damn field. I don't care how hard you're working. Well, you've had 13 months to figure this out. It's indefensible if they don't play, so don't give yourself wiggle room to say it's because of the virus. Thank you, Joe. 110. Thank you. I'm very upset because there's a lot of people that are looking up to them as leaders, and there's no results to go along with that.
I had
That's
a good
my
friend
take
of ours,
this morning
a
on
mutual
this.
good friend of ours, outstanding football man, telling me that Saskatchewan will go. It can go. The problem thing that you and he said you and Pedersen have to worry about is who are they going to play? They're not going to have enough teams there to play. Eastern teams don't want to play very badly. Well, what do they want to do? Well, they want to watch soccer, tiddlywinks, cricket, everything else. So it's a problem with that. And that is a real problem. I don't know how you get around that.
Well, we had a guy in here yesterday sitting where John is. We were taping our weekend show for Access Now Television. His name's John Lipp. And for those of you that don't know, he was the president of the Rough Riders in the mid-'90s. He brought the first ever Grey Cup to Taylor Field in this town before 55,000 people. And what did he say? He said, there will be football for you to cheer for. There will be Rough Riders football in Mosaic Stadium in the years ahead. And if we are merged with the XFL, it's not the worst thing in the world. He's coming around to it. So whatever happens, this is what Larry Smith was saying. Don't talk to me about the XFL, which it sounds like Larry Smith doesn't know what's going on there, and that's fine. He's a conservative senator. It's not his job. He's saying what matters is this year. Yeah. And listen, from the phone calls that I've had this week, they're blowing this whole thing up by next year anyways. That's what's happening with the Canadian football. It's going to be blown up. It's going to be pretty much unrecognizable. Has Naylor hinted enough that you realize that now?
Yeah.
But where does that leave us in 2021? You can't throw these players, coaches, and staff to the wolves, and not to mention doing a slow dance with a sponsor when you have no intention of leaving the dance with them.
A disaster.
It's the teasing is wrong.
A disaster. Embarrassing and disaster. A major sport in Canada falling apart. Not there. One that unites the whole provinces, all the provinces. I still say I'm surprised the premiers of this country of ours, this great country, haven't got together and said, hey, no way. We got to have football here. I'm surprised that Mo hasn't. Because if we think, well, I said that before, and I thought, well, don't be so hard on the guy. He doesn't know much about football. Being from Strasbourg, I guess, that's a low blow. But he was there when the previous mayor, what was the guys? The premier.
Oh, you lost me on this story.
No,
I'm reading comments.
The premier, the former premier.
Brad Wall?
Wall. When Wall put this together, one of the key guys, Mo was his right-hand man in the government, one of the guys, so he knows all about the football. Mo knows all about the football. He knows how important it is. I don't know why those guys haven't got together with Kenny and the guy in Manitoba who's really good. The guy in BC is a bit of a screwball. The guy in Ontario, I don't know, but made sure it happened.
Doug Ford, you're talking about Brian Pallister. You're talking about the premiers. Like, can I bring this back?
What?
Get it on track again,
Yes.
please? Craig James writes in. He says, good afternoon, Rod and Canada from Orlando, Florida. Been watching a lot in the past few months, admiring and taking notes for our show. Keep up the awesome work. Well, thank you, Craig, for watching. I don't know that you would want to follow this, but hey, be my guest. Donald Mitchell, the Navy man, says MLSE could write the check, but it seems they think they have a route to the NFL if the CFL dies. They are still dreaming. You're getting warm, Don.
But they got him a new stadium, Donnie. Remember that now.
Yeah. I said, I'm bringing it back here. From Michael Joel Hansen on Twitter, he says, I don't think faith in MLSE is warranted when it comes to saving the CFL. Larry Tannenbaum has done everything he can to bring the NFL to Canada with the Bills and Toronto series, to trying to then buy that same team to possibly move it. I think all MLSE sees is potential for money.
Yeah, that's a pretty good statement.
Yes.
Go along
You're
with that.
getting warm. And what did I just say? This is all going to be blown up after this year anyways. But for the people that are currently in the CFL, the workers that have given their blood, sweat, and tears, they deserve better than to be dangled of what's going on right now.